Kind of feeling hurt and betrayed. My fatherhood was stripped of me. The day she called, it totally blew my mind. This is the first time I heard her voice in 18 years. The last time I saw my daughter was she was 2 years old. I was married to Stephanie's mother, and she was caught cheating on me, and I ended up leaving their mother when they were little. And I went to see them on weekends, and one weekend I went to go see them, they were totally vanished. I looked for them, couldn't find them nowhere. Nobody would give me no information. I went to the grandparents' house and asked them if my kids here, if they seen my kids. They said no, we don't know where they're at. And I said, okay, fine. I left. And here to find out years later, my little girl heard my voice.
You need a minute. Take a second.
She told me years later that her mother cupped her mouth and so she couldn't scream and say, Dad, I'm here. And here to find out, she had given my kids away and signed them away to the state for adoption. And I had no way of knowing they were adopted. And it's been hard ever since. When my daughter Stephanie turned 18, she got on Facebook, Stephanie did. She goes, I believe you're my dad. I says, well, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Because you're married to my mother, Lindell. I said, oh my God. And it was her. I says, where are you? She, tell me where you're at and I'll come there right now. She gave me the address. I told my wife, I said, let's get in the truck, let's go. So I went down there 8.5 hours, knocked on the door, and I says, you Steph, and then I lost it. Started crying, and I said, I'm glad you found me. I just wish that my other daughter was still alive because my children were my life. Stephanie stated to me that Cody, my other daughter, had passed away. And I says, how? What happened? Don't know whether it's a murder or it's a suicide. When Stephanie came to me, she had a bunch of papers from the state. They made me out to be a monster. I physically abused my children. I sexually molested my children, verbally abused my children. And I looked at this, it about made me sick to my stomach. I says, what are they doing? I had no idea I was accused of any of this stuff, and the first time I saw the paperwork is the first time I found out about all these accusations. The allegations have been haunting her, and it's hindering me because she's stating to me that I'm a pedophile, I'm a child molester, I abused her. I love my children. I'd never harm my children. Stephanie needs to know that I love her dearly. I would do nothing ever in the world to hurt her. Protect her? Yes, I will. I'll give my life. Once it comes back to that past, I hope my daughter will look at me and say, let's start over.
Stephanie, that's your father on tape. How was it finding out about the allegations about your father?
Steve, I was very confused. I didn't even know this man. I came across these paperworks, and it stated all these allegations. It stated all these family members that I didn't even know, and I saw my name. And it made me want to go and search and search and search, and what happened.
So here you are, 16-year-old kid, living life, going to school, you got these parents, and you find paperwork, and you're like, holy...
You figure they would have had this stuff locked up somewhere in a filing cabinet, and they want to ghost me now because I'm wanting to find everything out. You guys.
Oh, so wait, the people that raised you ghosted you? That's pretty brutal. So now you find out you're adopted. How long after you find out that you're adopted do you search for your father?
It took me a few years.
Yeah.
And I found my dad in 2015.
On Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, what did you do? You just searched his
I
name?
Google searched,
Yeah.
typed his name, all the places where he was living, where my mother was living, and his name popped up, and I kind of figured out, like, with my age, okay, this seems like it fits. And then I go on Facebook, I type his name in, and it popped up with his wife that he has now. And I messaged her, and I said, I believe your husband is my father. He said he almost jumped out of his seat. When he didn't believe it at first, he thought I was another daughter of his. But I said, no. I said, I am Stephanie. I'm the youngest one of them all. More wanting just to have if he fails, I'm here for now. I'm here for the relationship I didn't get to have years ago.
Do you have a relationship with your father right now? Yeah. And is it good?
We're a little better. We're getting along pretty.
I mean, how often do you see each other?
I live with him now.
Oh, you live with them?
I just moved here from Georgia about a month ago, and
Okay, so for the last 30 days, how's that been going?
it's been good.
Yeah.
I still ask him questions here and there, and he does get a little mad, but
What does he get mad about?
just when I ask certain questions, and
He would like you just to bury everything. And
I
did
said,
you say,
okay.
do you ever say, hey, Dad, my whole life's been buried. I'd like to know something.
I know something. You have to know something.
I don't know nothing what happened to you when you were younger. The pictures that I seen, I've never seen them.
You never even tried searching? Did you try searching
I
for
tried
us?
searching for you. I tried to go looking for you. I was always lied to. Tell me no. You wasn't there. You wasn't here. You wasn't. So
What did you do with the children youth documents I sent you?
I don't know what happened to them. Either a family member threw them out. I don't know. I don't know if you took them.
Because you do that when that happens.
was all
it
there.
Makes me think that nobody cared. That you didn't
Work
care.
made me sick to my stomach. Made me out to be a monster and a beast. You and your sister were my life.
Did you ever stop looking for him?
Eventually, yes, I did.
Yeah. Now, this is what, how many years ago?
She was 2 or
So 28 years ago.
Yeah.
So this is really before the internet and everything
Right.
else, right? But I mean, you know, it's a little strange to me. You know, like I have a wife and 2 kids. And I can't imagine coming home and my wife and 2 kids would be gone and I'm like, well, I'm not going to call. Like the first thing I'm doing is calling the police. Hey, my family is missing.
Right.
You didn't think to do that?
I didn't think to do that.
Okay.
I know I was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. So how long did you look?
I looked for about 4 or 5 years. I looked for them.
Yeah. And what did you hire a private investigator?
No, what?
Why not?
I belong in a trailer park. I'm poor as crap.
You're what?
Poor.
Oh, you're poor.
I don't have the funds or nothing to do
But
with.
nobody would help you.
Nobody.
Family just poof, be gone.
Gone. Nobody would help me with nothing.
And so, and eventually you said, well, there's nothing I
I
can
gave
do.
up. I thought it was a lost cause.
Why didn't you come back to Pennsylvania and look for us?
I did go to
To
Pennsylvania and
steal
look for
children
you.
youth services? Did you walk in there and ask them what happened? Because that's where we were.
No, I did not.
Did you ever abuse her?
No, I did not.
Because, you know, that's the reason why you're here. There's
Yes.
allegations of abuse.
I wouldn't hurt my children for no reason at all.
Okay. All right, David, you came here, took a lie, detector test. Did you at any time cause any harm or injury to your daughter Stephanie by hitting or striking her as a minor child? You answered no. Did you lose custody of your daughter Stephanie because you physically abused her as a child? You answered no. Did you at any time engage in any inappropriate sexual acts on your daughter Stephanie when she was a minor child? You answered no. Did you lose custody of your daughter Stephanie because you sexually abused her as a child? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and it came back that David told the truth.
And I would like to say thank you because
Thank you so much.
this is a big step for me, knowing that I'm innocent of all this.
So I hope that you work together, that you can be you know, a good father-daughter relationship.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
I really, like I said, you got robbed of a lot of years together, but you can make the most of the years you have left.
I'll do the damn best of it.
I hope so. Good luck to you. Very nice meeting you. Very nice meeting you.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's going to watch this and say, you know what, she was brave enough to do that, I can do that too. Do you want to tell your story on the Steve Wilkos Show? Visit the link in the description to get my help.